Here we have number 3 versus number 14. James is number 3. Prophet is number 14. We have a Mongols versus Khmer matchup. Mongols take a little bit of time to get rolling, but they have some of the best siege in the game. Khmer have the best farmers in the game as far as I'm aware, because they don't need to waste time walking to drop off food. It's just instant food production. Sorry. I'm gonna slow things down for a little bit so I can talk a little bit about these civs. So Mongols get drill, which makes their siege rams very hard to stop. Because while they're being attacked, they can just run past a bunch of units and start attacking buildings. Mongols, in my opinion, they seem to take a little bit longer to get going than most civs. They also don't get halberdiers, but they do get mangadai, which are very strong. Their cav archers are also pretty good. Khmer have ballista elephants, which are crazy strong. If you can get enough of them out on the field, you can stop a lot. You can stop a lot with ballista elephants. Their battle elephants are also faster. They do get halberdier. You also see a lot of scorpion defense with Khmer, because they have, in my opinion, the best scorpions in the game, because they shoot 2 bolts at a time if you get the castle upgrade double crossbow. Let's see. Mongols have additional health on their cavalry units, so if he uses hussars, then that looks real good for James. So James is in feudal, building a market. He's going to sell wood, build a blacksmith, and once he gets the food, he's going to advance to castle age. I haven't seen Prophet play in a while, but he is a little bit slower of a player, more of a boomer. Let's speed things up a bit. James is on his way to castle. Prophet just hit feudal. Prophet's got his... There's the thing, as Khmer, you don't need buildings. He didn't need to build the blacksmith. All he needed was the market, so he could sell wood for food. At this point, with Khmer farmers, I would build 3 town centers. Get a quick boom, because less farms can produce food for more town centers with the Khmer farms. We've got 3 town centers each. James currently with a 20 villager lead, and since they each have 3 town centers up, he's probably going to keep that. This looks pretty familiar. James with 3 onagers. Well, now they're onagers. When James plays team games, he's a bit of a boomer. Looks like he's increased or decreased his imp time. No castle for nomads, which is one of my favorite technologies as Mongols. And this is what I mean by James being a boomer. He's gone to 5 town centers. Prophet's still at 3 town centers, building some onagers. So I only keep my onagers in my siege workshop whenever I'm researching the Imperial Age. Once you have the onager upgrade, there's no reason to keep them hidden. Just start using them right away. Nomads. Nomads is a beautiful technology. Now he just rebuilds all his houses, and he can keep pushing. So if you don't know, nomads means you can destroy your houses and you'll never lose the population space. So now we can just build a couple more houses, get up to max pop, delete them, and build farms around his town centers. Looks like he's pushing the wrong way. Okay, he's making mango dye. Siege ram. Looks to me like he has drill already. Full upgrades on a siege onager. Archers. Scorpions, pikemen. Looks like James is just trying to ram it straight down Prophet's throat. Nothing. Mostly siege ram. I'm sorry, I thought they were about to start fighting. Oh, he's being a bit of a sneak. He saw that they were cutting and decided to go around. It is really fun to watch drill siege rams destroy houses at fast speed. So he's still got 20 siege rams. Most of those scorpions are going to go down. And while he's trying to deal with the siege ram, James is sending in champions. They're coming from far away. You should cut that path now. Make it so it's faster for your stuff to get there. Okay, all of the siege rams are dead, so you need to bring your villagers back out, reproduce all your production buildings really quickly. Because if not, second wave is going to come in before you're ready. James has 45 farms. Prophet's got 30. He just needs to use them. He has way too many villagers. Way too many villagers. Delete like 20, 30, 40 villagers. He doesn't have any pikemen, so you can use Hussar. Khmer have really good Hussar. There, he's got 30 idle villagers. Kill him. You're not going to stop drill rams with halberdiers. Well, you will, just not quickly. James is now building his forward buildings. Fernando's doing a good job of expanding backwards after the attack, but after this barracks goes down, and after okay, there you go, he built some more. No, not two-handed swordsmen versus champions. And we don't have any infantry bonuses like the Bulgarians or the Slavs. You need to use Hussar. Hussar would give you the best bet, the best chance. Alright, James is firmly in control. Profit's down to 150 total population space. He can't produce more army. He is housed. His villagers are back there trying to build houses. He's got no farms left. James is sending his military forward while having his rams clean up what's behind. This is over. No chance Prophet comes back. I don't know what he's doing, if he's trying to fight with villagers. But it's about time you call GG. Oh, he's trying to get to that lumber camp. Okay, GG's called. And stats. So James killed almost 4 times what he lost, destroyed 83 buildings, better economy, 19-minute imp, less villagers, but that was a good thing because Prophet didn't have much to fight with because he had too many villagers. Alright, let's go to game 2. Spanish versus Ethiopians. 9x9, James is Spanish. And Prophet is Ethiopians. So you can do this either way. You can build your houses to the side or underneath your town center. A house and a mill, that way you can get your farms going around the other side. I would not build them in the corner, because that takes away a farm that you could build. So once you get your 2 production buildings up at the same time, you can destroy them. And you don't need them with the food. So Spanish build buildings faster. I think they have a complete siege workshop with the exception of siege onager. They also do not get siege engineers from the university. So in a matchup versus like another top player, Spanish would be at a huge disadvantage versus Ethiopians. Ethiopians have amazing siege with their torsion engines. They also get 100 food and 100 gold every time they advance in age, so he doesn't even need to sell wood. All he needs to do is build his buildings and get the food, and he can go up. Ethiopians here is the far better civ. I think James just thought, hey, I'm a game up. I'm gonna see if I can play with a lesser civ and see if I can beat him. James is on, well, he's got 2 more villagers, then he's on his way to castle. And Prophet is just now building his buildings. On his way to castle. James is going 2 town centers. Got to get to that 12-ish thousand wood to get enough gold for onagers and the Imperial upgrade. A good thing about Spanish is their blacksmith upgrades don't cost gold, so cheap blacksmith upgrades. He's just going for a bunch of farm eco so he can get to imp fast. Prophet's going for 3 town centers, which is standard on maps with you have more space. So unless he idles his town centers, he's going to greatly slow the time of his Imperial Age. James put down a 20-minute imp time. Got 2 onagers out at 20 minutes. Now he's going to put up a market. So he could buy another town center. So James is going to go into his boom. More farms, more houses. A 5th town center. Well, Prophet is still stuck back in Castle Age. It's a 20 villager difference right now. James is expanding. Is he going to go conquistadors, or is that just for conscription? I don't know. James now has a 30 villager lead. Alright, you need to get your onagers out and start expanding. He is also up to 5 town centers. But he's behind in villager count by 50. You need to get up a castle so you can get torsion engines. Your university so you can research siege engineers. Oh my goodness. He's going for missionaries. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about this. Monks, missionaries. They do get redemption so they can convert siege onagers. I would actually love to see him do this versus one of our top 5 players, like himself. I just am very interested to see how this strategy would play out. Here we have bombard cannons, siege onagers. Looks like James is just trying to avoid the siege at first and get in there with his monks. 1 bombard cannon converted. Yeah, not the best fight for James. If that's his first castle, I'm hoping he gets torsion engines out of it. I think James is waiting till the siege onagers get closer so he can use his missionaries to convert the siege onagers.
Servidor.
It's another bombard cannon conversion. 2 bombard cannon conversions. 3 bombard cannon conversions. Another bombard cannon conversion. So how much do missionaries cost? Do they cost the same 100 gold? Spanish. I don't see it. Oh, there it is, sorry. Yeah, it's 100 gold, so I guess if he can get a conversion with every other missionary, then it's worth the gold he spent on the missionaries. Because bombard cannons are extremely expensive. James just got Bracer. Oh, Cav Archers, maybe? Oh my. James is going supremacy with his villagers. I don't know if this says that James is just trolling or... I don't know what this says. This is... I've never seen this in a Forest Nothing game. This is actually highly entertaining. James has a ton of gold. Well, he's got a ton of wood that he can sell for gold. Sorry, I keep getting distracted by the game. This is just crazy to me. I guess James said, huh, I got too many villagers, may as well go fight with them. Prophet needs to get more siege out so he can take out the ranged units better. And he's about to lose a barracks to 3 villagers. Turn the 2-man swordsman around and attack the villagers. This is just amusing.
See?
James has a 20 hit point villager attacking that castle. And he's converting the houses. This is so unorthodox. I don't even know how to describe this. James has a good eco. Prophet needs more farms. He needs more production buildings so he can send more units out. He needs siege. And he needs to kill the monks and missionaries so they don't convert his siege. He's got 5 villagers. 4 villagers. One of those is yellow. He's got 4 villagers attacking Prophet's castle. I would have just used rams to knock the buildings down, but I guess he's just trying to have fun with them. Those conquistadors are going to go down. Maybe not. Nope, they're going to go down. Prophet just needs better resource allocation. He's got 52 idle villagers. 52 idle villagers. Make more farms. Send them to cut wood. Do something with them. Ethiopians is the better civ here. Bring some of your villagers to the front. Build production buildings. Push in. This is the weirdest, memeiest strategy I've ever seen in a force nothing match. And I hope he uses it next round. Okay, now he's getting serious. Spamming champions. I hope he spreads those champions because one siege onager can kill a lot of champions. There we go, there's the spread. Looks like James needs to refresh some lumber camps. I can't say much about that because I hardly ever do. So Prophet's been continually fighting with 30, 40 population less than he should. Still has 50 idle villagers. These are just things he can improve on. James has champions on farms. James has 100,000 wood, 50,000 food that he can sell. So that's at least 10,000 gold easy. Champ's going to take down that castle. Prophet's just grouping up his villagers for James's champions to kill. Prophet's down to 50 villagers. And he has his two-handed swordsman set to a gather point. So a lot of them are taking a lot of damage and getting killed before they're even getting there. Or maybe it's not the gather point, he's just clicking them there instead of patrolling them in. Looks to me like this game is over. 50 villagers, no eco left. Prophet's doing the smart thing and trying to build more, get his eco running again. But you're just not going to have the resources you need to produce military, which is what you need to fight this off. Now he's sending in paladins. Prophet calls GG. I have never seen monks and missionaries used to that extent in a 1v1 on Forest Nothing. That was an interesting, wacky strategy by James, and I really hope he uses it next round so I can see what it does versus a better player. No offense, Prophet.